Hey everybody, I'm here for part 2 of South Dakota Homeschool Law here on the HSLD website, where you can go to and find any forms that you need, any legal help that you need for a phenomenal price of only $12 a month. And you have access to so much more, but right now we're just going to talk about South Dakota Homeschool Law. And we're going to click in and find out more about the details. Okay, so number 1, it says you need to notify a local school official of the DOE's form. Each year, you must notify a local school official of a certain form available for HSLDA members below and on the South Dakota Department of Education website, which they have listed here, which is awesome because it's not always listed. In the blank that asks for alternative instruction program to be attended, write homeschool. 2 people must sign as witnesses or the form must be notarized. The notice is effective immediately upon being filed. You do not need to wait for for the school system to respond before you start homeschooling. The first time you file the form for a child, you need to include either a copy of a child's birth certificate, an affidavit swearing or affirming that the child for whom the excuse is being requested is the same as the person appearing on the child's birth certificate, and the affidavit must be notarized or witnessed by 2 witnesses. I'm messing the sentence all up. Violation of this requirement is a misdemeanor. If you submit a birth certificate, you must maintain your child's birth certificate as part of his or her permanent cumulative school record. Plan to file the form before school starts in your district or not later than the day you take your child out of public school. If you take your child out of public school and don't file the form immediately, your child could be considered truant during the days in between. As a safeguard, to protect the confidentiality of the information you submit, you may choose to include a privacy notice with your exemption certificate. HSLDA members can access a privacy notice form below. Number 2, teach required subjects. Give your child instruction in language arts and math. It's mandatory to provide instruction in those 2 subjects. For some states, it's like 15 subjects, and for others, it could be up to like 7, but 2, that's pretty awesome. Teach for an equivalent period of time to the public schools. What? Teach for an equivalent period of time to the public schools. Teach for an equivalent period of time as public schools. This may vary slightly, but all school districts in South Dakota are required to teach for at least a 9-month regular term. Keep records showing how many days each child receives instruction each school year. Now, I'm going to go back up to number 2, where it says teach the required subjects. It doesn't mean to only, just in case somebody asks, because I know everybody doesn't think this, but just in case, it wants these to be included. So let's say you want to teach Native American history and you wanted to teach a different language, a foreign language and all that stuff, you would have to also include language arts and math. So let's say your concentration, like sometimes my concentration in homeschool could be science, but math and language arts, spelling, writing, and everything is tied up into our basic science-based curriculum. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Number 4, it's going down to number 4. No single individual is permitted to homeschool more than 22 children. So if you have 24 children, for some reason, under the age of 18, you cannot homeschool just all those children because, in Ohio, they allow teachers to school 27, 30 children. We're talking about it's only 21 in the class, but usually it's 24 to 30. And yeah, it can get out of hand. So I see why they say that. At the same time, they don't go into depth. It's like, it could be you and your wife or so on and so on. Submit standardized test results to your school district. Test your child in grades 4, 8, and 11 with either the standardized test used by the school district or, if you prefer, any national standardized tests. These test results will need to be turned into your local school district, but you should also keep copies of the results on file. If a subsequent test shows less than satisfactory academic progress, the school board may refuse to renew the child's public school exemption certificate. So that means you have to keep your child up to par. If they take a standardized test one year and they got 95, and then next year they got 75 or 85, then they have the right to be like, you got to bring them back to public school, which is insane. Keep good records. Keep good records so you can defend yourself in case the state demands to see your records. The records should show how many days the child attended and evidence of progress. Keep copies of everything that you send them. Keep records, keep emails, keep everything. Take pictures of copies. Take pictures of signed copies, because I have to do that a lot. And so even outside the aspect of homeschooling, when I was dealing with natural birth and everything, I didn't keep copies of my papers. And then they said they didn't get them. Twice they said they didn't get them. And when they did finally receive them, they said that they weren't processed right. Girl, that's time for story time. Let me calm down. Number 7, respond to any request for records by the Secretary of Education. If the state Secretary of Education has probable cause to believe that your homeschool program is not in compliance with the law, then he or she may inspect your records. The Secretary must give you 14 days written notice. If the school district revokes your certificate of excuse, you may appeal to the State Board of Education. South Dakota privacy notice is listed here on the website. And like I said, of course, you can find it on their website, or you should be able to. South Dakota notification for public school exemption certificate, which is something else you have to pass in. And usually on the forms, it tells you to where. Okay. Now, if I left anything out, please let me know, and I'll research it, look for it, and let you know what it is I may have left out of the video. I will have in the description the website address for HSLDA, and I want you to definitely go there, get a membership if you can. If you really can't afford a membership, I believe they still have the grant available to at least give you some months, a year, maybe a discount. Correct me if I'm wrong on how long that actually is for the discount for you to have access. But you definitely want to check them out and all the resources that they have, because it's ridiculous how much they do have. So they have so much information, homeschool news, all that type of stuff. So please like if you like the video. Please like if you didn't like the video. Subscribe and click the bell to ensure that you get all the new videos of free resources. Discounted resources, premium resources. I'm trying to have everything on the site, and I am working to build this channel so that you have access for it at any time during your 18 years of homeschooling. So please check back for more, and I will see you guys in the next video.